Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel Walking Thoughts Nebraska. For this video, we continue to share with you our adventures in Rome, and this time we're hitting the Colosseum. As you can see in the video, there are a lot of people. There's a crowd here at the Colosseum. This is another one of the best tourist spots here, and you can reach this by using the metro. For our tour here at the Colosseum, we opted to go with a tour guide since getting tickets here really takes about an hour or more than an hour at times. And for us to be able to go in, it's just much easier if you are going with a group. The Colosseum really is just a nickname for this. That's what our tour guide did tell us. This is actually a Flavian Amphitheater, which is a large amphitheater here in Rome. It was built during the reign of the Flavian emperors as a gift to the Roman people. Construction of the Colosseum began sometime between CE 70 and 72 under the Emperor Vespasian. It opened nearly a decade later and was modified several times in the following years. Having a tour guide to go around the Colosseum is really helpful because they explain to you the different levels that you can see here, who's allowed to sit in certain areas, who's supposed to be at certain parts of the Colosseum, what you're going to do or what they were doing at that time, and where the warriors were, where the spectators were. So if you have time and you're able to, go get a tour guide and they'll be able to share more information with you. From the photos and the videos, you could see how massive this is. This is measured approximately 189 by 156 meters, so that's about 620 by 513 feet. Towered by 4 stories high and included 80 entrances to the amphitheater. The Colosseum could hold more than 50,000 spectators at its maximum capacity, and each level is for different types of people, depending on how powerful or influential you were at that time. When the Colosseum first opened, the Emperor Titus celebrated with 100 days of Gladiator games. And when you've seen the movie Gladiator or watched the series Spartacus, you probably have an idea of what types of games they played here. When the Colosseum first opened, the Emperor Titus celebrated with 100 days of Gladiator games. If you've seen Gladiator, the movie, you have an idea of what types of games they played here during that time. There's a portion here where you're able to go through, look out a window or look out an area where you can see Palatine here and Roman Forum. That is part of our tour today, so we're going to have an opportunity to see it too after we've seen all of these great things about the Colosseum. Eventually, the Romans' interest on this type of games waned, so after the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the Colosseum began to deteriorate, and you could see it here. And then a series of earthquakes affected the city too, and it affected the structure as well. I shared earlier that part of this tour ticket will be able to go to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, and it's just a few steps from here. So this is us going through the exit and being able to start walking with our tour guide to go to the next stop. That arc there is also historical. I did ask our tourist guide about it. I just forgot what she said, but you're able to search and find out what type of arc it is. But the Roman Forum or the rectangular plaza was really a part of the day-to-day activities of Rome during that time. So citizens of the ancient city refer to this space as a marketplace or forum magnum or simply the forum. Basically, you're going to see here some ancient government buildings, some other outposts of where they sell their goods and stuff, and also some other things here that shares with you the history of the city. So I've shared with you that for centuries, the Forum was the center of the day-to-day life in Rome. This will be where those processions were happening, elections or announcement of the winners for the elections, the venue for public speeches, if they have criminal trials or matches, or any other commercial affairs really of their day-to-day living. This was the center of it. Part of that day-to-day life is them going to their shrines and temples, and many of the oldest and most important structures of the ancient city were located here in the forum. So you're going to have shrines and temples, and you could see the structures and the sculptures of their Roman gods, as you could see here. This is at the northwest part of the forum. These are the shrines such as Umbilicus Urbis, the Vulcani or Shrine of Vulcan. It developed into the Republic's formal assembly area. So you're going to see that it's also surrounded by buildings aside from the shrines and the sculptures that they have. Some 130 years later, Julius Caesar built the Basilica Julia. You could see it there, along with the new Curia Julia, refocusing both the judicial offices and Senate itself. This new forum is added to the old forum, and that's why it's now covering a whole lot of space. This proved to be the final one before they revitalized the city square. We have toured as much as we are able to for today. We are going to end our video here. We want to thank you for always joining us in all of our adventures. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, like button, and notification bell as well. That way, whenever we have a new video, you'll be updated. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye.